Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Infatuasian podcast. We got another teacher edition for you today with Jackie, Vicky, and Lone. Today we're talking about Asian parents. And so I'm going to give you a little trigger warning today. We talk a little bit about old school Asian discipline. You know what we're talking about, right? With a certain generation of parents. And we kind of joke about it. And in retrospect, I started to think that probably wasn't the best thing to do. We don't talk about it that heavily, but I would completely understand if you choose not to listen to this episode because of that. But I hope you stick around because we enjoy bringing these episodes to you. You can tell that we are recording at the end of the day and, in this case, at the end of the school year. And as teachers at this time of year, we can't help but laugh because pretty much we have nothing left in the tank and we are really ready for a summer break. So thank you so much for listening, and we're going to jump right into the episode starting now.
So how would you interpret this scene? And then I was like, and then we'll just say all the bad things. Like last night I was watching Karate Kid because I was like, yeah.
Which one?
Actually, the first one. I was like, this is pretty good. I don't think I've ever seen the whole thing, actually. I've seen like...
The original, Ralph
Yeah.
Macchio?
And then I was
With
like...
golf and stuff?
It's fun, but then I was watching it and I was like, I'm so bad. Because I was like, I feel like I saw someone do a spoof on it, but basically it's all the training that he does with Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I don't know how any old man could get away with that today because I was like, he's like trying to straight heel Ralph Macchio, and he like grabs his shirt and puts his hand underneath him and heels him. I was like, that's bad, Mr. Miyagi. That's bad.
No.
And then I was like, that's bad.
Mr.
And then,
Miyagi,
yeah, exactly. Or like, you know, like all the
Mr.
time they
Miyagi,
spend
did
together.
you get consent?
Or like,
He didn't get the Title IX training.
Or like he like celebrates his, this kid's birthday on his own, and I was like,
In a van with no windows.
it wasn't that bad. But I'm watching it through this like sexual predator
2025 lens.
I was like, that's really bad. I was like, no, this is all very
how old is
innocent.
it? Like 30 or 40 years now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's very much innocent, sensei disciple thing.
Right.
But I was like, I'm thinking about it all bad. I feel like I've heard people make jokes about it.
Probably.
And I was like, I need to stop. I was this bad.
Jimmy Lawrence was always the good guy.
He's just misunderstood.
Misunderstood good guy.
Was he misunderstood? He wasn't misunderstood there.
Yeah.
He was being very obedient to a bad teacher.
Yeah.
There are no bad students, only bad teacher. And I was like, I don't know about that, Mr. Miyagi. Let me
I
think
know
about
some bad
this.
students. I know some really bad students. All right, hey,
Okay.
rein it in.
Rein it
Rein it
in.
in.
Records.
Focus
Get off
up.
the record.
All
We're
right.
locked in now. As
We are
my
locked
students would say.
into
Okay.
recording mode. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to... Why are we laughing? I don't understand.
Because we've been talking for 30
We've been
minutes.
talking for 30 minutes.
We were spilling the tea and talking.
None of it we could use. Nothing
Nothing,
usable
yeah.
in the last 30
It
minutes.
was awesome.
Welcome to the podcast, everyone. Guess who's here? We are here with the Blackboard 4. All right, but we're back with... Should we do this by age? We're back with me, Jackie, Lone, and Vicky.
It's okay. You can put me in the middle there.
Welcome
Oh,
back,
hold on,
everyone.
who's- you're-
No, I'm older than
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right. Not
Just
by
a little
much,
bit,
though.
slightly.
Yeah, if we're going with actual age.
We're like almost Irish twins.
Podcast age,
Yeah,
still
that's
27.
true.
though.
Yeah,
Podcast.
there you
My
go.
podcast age is
Yeah.
27, although my voice is starting to sound 87, though.
Yeah.
Can I be 30 then?
Get a little Madge from Simpsons going
I sound like I'm a smoker. I don't even smoke.
on.
Marge Simpson's sisters.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, I learned a new word. You want to hear it?
What is
Pro, pre, anti, penultimate.
Is that supposed to be
Pro,
Chinese?
pre.
Pro, pre, anti, penultimate.
I mean, I know what penultimate means,
Right.
but what anti
Is that a Latin word?
penultimate?
That means fifth to the last day.
Oh.
So we're this is our this is our pro, pre, anti, penultimate day. We only have 4 days left of school, y'all.
Yes.
Whoop, whoop.
And
Oh my gosh, I'm
boy,
so
do we
ready.
need it.
I know.
Yeah. I think
Talk
I'm
about
too
hitting a
stressed
wall.
to cheer for it right now.
You can-
There's
There's
just
so
still,
much more to
yeah,
do.
there's
So
so much
much
to
more,
do
I
until
know.
the day comes.
You know, people always say, "Oh, you're so lucky, you're a teacher, you get summers off." But I tell them, you know, it would be bad for the children if we didn't get summer.
Yeah.
Like there would
True.
be so many teachers in jail because.
Which I don't understand those teachers that do summer school.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
I did it one time.
Me too. One time.
did it
Once.
One time, and that
Twice,
was
maybe.
and I realized by the following fall,
Yeah. So
I
burnt
was
out.
already done by like
Yeah.
November.
100%.
And I was like, why did I do
I've never
that?
done it.
You cannot do it all year. There was one teacher. Her name was Allison
Uh-huh.
W.
I know.
You remember her?
Okay.
She did summer school every
Every
year.
I don't know how
How
she
she
did
did
that.
it.
And so
Yeah.
I did it with her one summer. I was like, "How do you do this? This is the worst thing. This is the worst idea ever." And she goes, "Well," and I don't agree with her logic, but it worked for her. She goes, "I like the last day of school so much that I want it twice a year." I know.
We need to tell her to
That's
listen
pretty
to this.
good, actually.
She said she loves the last day of school so much that she wanted it twice a year. And I said, "But then you get 2 first days of school too."
Yeah, exactly.
To her out there who's listening,
In a Latin
that's
American country.
hella crazy.
You crazy lady.
You hella crazy.
Yeah, I did it one time too, and I was never. Actually, you know,
Never
the summer I
again.
did it was the summer Michael Jackson died.
Oh, wow.
And I remember this because the kids just begged me, "Go, can we just watch the news to look at all the Michael Jackson?" So we just did 3 hours. I don't tell administration this. We did 3 hours of Michael Jackson CNN
And did they all
coverage.
get A's?
Pretty
summer
much,
school?
yeah. Well, my theory, my summer school was like, "Hey, if you don't bother me, we'll get through this." And
It's true. That
They
is
just-
always a rule of thumb, though. Don't bother me.
just lay low, just lay low, and you'll probably
Oh,
pass.
never again. There's another teacher around here who used to do it all the time, and he said that he was just bored during the summer.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it anymore, but
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm not
I
that-
will take boredom over
I got a
that
PhD
stress.
in nothing.
I know.
I'm very good at doing nothing.
You do need like at least a week of detox.
At
Yeah.
least.
Yep.
God.
Yeah, 5 more weeks of teaching? No, thank you.
No way.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're 4 days away. But like Lone was saying, we have so much to do, so much grading and stuff.
Oh
but
my gosh.
this is our last Thursday. That's kind of nice, right?
It is.
Hey, you want a podcast update? Guess what state other than California that we are huge in? Like gigantic.
Gigantic? Hawaii?
No.
New
Well,
York?
okay, so in the past, New York and Hawaii have been up there, but this is a new one for us. In the month of May, like hundreds and hundreds of listens from this
Really?
state. Yeah.
Texas?
No.
That's not California?
Not California. California is usually our biggest.
Washington?
Washington.
Not Washington either.
Oregon?
No.
Texas?
No.
Did we say Texas
said
already?
Texas.
Oh,
It does
sorry.
have
Yes.
I think we
I
talked
just
about this last
blocked
time.
you out.
It does have a high Asian population.
That's why I'm like, oh,
That's kind of, but that's kind of off the radar, high Asian population.
high Asian. Alaska.
Missouri?
All right, let me see if I can give you a hint.
Minnesota?
Rutgers,
What?
Oh, where is Rutgers?
I don't know where
Hold
that
on.
is.
Polly,
Polly.
Snooki,
Oh, New
New
Jersey.
Jersey?
New Jersey.
Oh.
Really? I know too much about the.
Why are you so
Several
big in Jersey?
Jersey Shore.
Several hundred listens in May, just May alone.
Wow. Shout
Oh,
out.
hey, shout out Jersey.
Shout out
I can't
Hey.
even name a city. What's Atlantic City? That's the only city.
Newark.
Okay, Newark.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, New Jersey. Thank you for listening.
Bayonne.
Thank you for listening. You are. Hey, I have a form on my Instagram. You can fill out. I'll send you a sticker.
Oh.
So New Jersey,
Yeah,
right
Jersey.
in.
And remember, Jersey, when you make it out to San Francisco, visit Lime Tree.
Oh, free water.
Mention the Infatuasian podcast. You'll get a free water, no ice.
Come through
Say hi to
Newark.
Ming for us.
Come through Atlantic City.
Woo woo.
All right. Okay. What country, other than the United States, was big in May, with over 100 listens?
Singapore.
Not an Asian country.
Wait.
Oh, a
Infatuasian?
non-Asian
Yeah.
country?
Non-Asian.
Wow.
Australia.
No. Yeah, close though.
New Zealand?
Nope.
There's so
I mean,
many to
close
choose from.
meaning
Oh.
they're usually up in like top 5.
Got it. Okay.
This is-
UK?
No.
Canada.
No.
Oh.
This is another shocker.
Mexico?
Mexico.
Also starts with an N.
And Nicaragua.
Nigeria?
No.
Not Nicaragua. Not Nigeria.
Actually, well, the
Norway?
Netherlands?
Netherlands.
Wow. What's up, Dutch?
What's up? How do you say what's up in Dutch?
I have
Don't
no
know.
idea.
What's up, The Hague? Is that how you say it? The Hague? The Hague?
The Hague?
What's
yeah.
up, Amsterdam?
Amsterdam.
Do you know why you have these listeners in these places?
No idea. Oh, because of the lime tree? Because
Maybe.
Indonesia was a former Dutch colony?
I
Is
don't
it?
know.
The Ming Connect.
Oh my gosh.
Does Ming have friends
The
in
Ming
Ming is
connection.
hooking it up.
Connect.
Maybe. I don't know. But hey, thanks for listening,
Yay,
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Again, a couple hundred listens from Netherlands.
That's interesting.
So yeah, you write in too. I want to
One
know
of
who you
our-
are.
Teachers is from there.
Yeah, we have a couple. Well, yeah.
A couple, yeah.
All right. Well, today we are talking. Oh, do we have any more updates? What else was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I
We're
had
all
something.
ears.
It's
We're all
because
ears, Curtis.
truly
Oh, guess where I went last night?
Where?
Lime Tree.
I was at Oracle Park, but guess why? It was not a Giants game.
For the Hello Kitty
You
event?
mentioned,
Not Hello Kitty.
you mentioned something like this last time. I feel like what was it? You were gonna tell her about it.
A grad.
No, it's not.
Oh,
it was
that
not the
a
movie. It's not the
thing.
movie
Yeah,
premiere.
okay.
No.
Premiere. It
Oracle
is Asian.
Park?
It's Asian.
Comic-Con?
Close.
Heritage.
No, it's not a Giants game. It was not a
Okay.
Giants game. So this Oracle Park is where the Giants play,
Right.
but it was not a Giants game. It was a concert.
Oh.
Oh.
Something K-pop?
It was a K-pop concert.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know.
on a school
No
night.
K-pop.
Wow. On a
I
school
know.
night. Cooler than the
You-
kids.
Way cooler. I saw some of the kids there. I saw
Finals
some of-
must be over soon. If you went to a concert on a weekend,
I
I
was
know.
like, did you take your daughters or
with my
something?
middle school daughter.
Okay.
So speaking, we're talking about parents
Okay,
today. Speaking of
chaperoning.
bad parenting,
Uh-oh.
took
are
my
we
daughter
talking about
out.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. it was-
Awesome parenting.
On a weeknight.
well, okay. Some would say awesome, but as far as responsible parenting, okay. And okay, Daly City School District. Don't listen. I called her in sick.
Oh. Wait, the next day or the day of?
She's at home right now. Oh, bad parenting. Bad
Bad
parenting.
parenting.
The school still gets
That's
money
not very
because
Asian
it's
of you.
excused absence.
Okay, yeah, excuse
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah,
she's ill. She's ill.
Yeah.
But I bet her. I said, hey, if we get home after midnight, you can stay home from school. But there
Did
was
she run the clock then?
Well, it was like 11. We got out of there like 10 something.
I mean, I think I forgot something. Can we
I
go
know,
back
I
for
know.
the fifth time?
no, we were already
Yeah.
in the car when I made this wager, and then it was
Oh.
the traffic was so bad
okay.
Really?
around
Oh,
Oracle Park.
leaving
Yeah,
the
I parked
park,
like
yeah.
you get the I got the primo parking 2 blocks away. I felt so lucky.
And then you were stuck.
And
were
then
in the
then
thick of
you're
it.
you can't move
Yeah.
because there's pedestrians all around you. So I couldn't
That's
leave.
like back to school night for us. When you
Oh,
think it's
yeah,
great that
you
you
gotta
park in
get
the
out.
parking
Yeah.
lot and then you're just
And
stranded in
everybody's
there. Yeah.
So we didn't get home till 11:59.
Oh,
And I
1
said,
minute.
I said, technically you should go to school, but then, so we let her stay.
Oh,
home.
you're a nice man.
Plus, it's like 4 days before school's over. So
Well,
Yeah.
there is that.
it's
yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Do they get out at the same time as we do?
It's interesting. My high school daughter, they get out tomorrow,
Oh.
but they start like August 6th or something.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So anyway, so we're counting down the minutes.
Wait, hold up. What concert was it? Not that I
Oh,
would
Stray
know.
Kids. They are they're a boy group, and they are very talented, very skinny, more eyeliner than
Jealous
you
I
guys.
already.
was gonna say,
I'm
do they look
jealous
like they're
already.
wearing
I'm
makeup?
jealous.
They
even if
were
they're
wearing
not?
makeup.
Yeah.
They were definitely
Okay.
wearing makeup, but
They're-
that was
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I've never been to a concert at Oracle Park. Not a great place to listen to music per se, but it's cool to be there.
Weird
Was it cold?
acoustically.
It was cold.
Yeah. You see,
Fireworks were there though, and it was full.
You weren't dancing enough. That's why.
I was huddled between people that were dancing, so they're keeping me warm.
Okay, that's good.
There were a lot of moms there. There
Human
were-
jackets.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like whenever I see a K-pop dad, it's kind of like tip of the hat. Oh, you're an old guy too, with your daughter. All right, yeah, game recognizes
I
game.
remember those days going with. No, my parents never went. I went with other people's parents.
Yeah,
My parents like, we're not doing that.
it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the topic for today is Asian parents. Got any?
We have 3
I think
here.
I have 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
at
have
least
one.
We have 6.5 Asian parents.
Many.
So we're talking about Asian parents because Mother's Day just happened in May. We're recording in May. Father's Day is happening in June.
Couple weeks, yeah.
So we figured, we'll just sandwich it in between, talk about it. Do you want to talk about Asian Mother's Day's traditions in other countries?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So second Sunday in May is America, and a lot of other countries do that too. What do you give your mom if you're Japanese? Do you know? It's a flower. What kind of flower?
Cherry blossom.
Cherry blossom?
This is May, though, so it's a little
Like
after.
stereotype?
Orchid?
I don't know.
Close. Red carnation.
Oh,
Carnation.
a red one.
Yeah.
Carnation.
It represents mother's gentle strength.
Oh,
I can see that. They're pretty
China,
strong
they
flowers.
also do Sunday just because it's kind of based off of what we did. But there is another one on the second day of the 4th month of the lunar calendar
Oh,
to
okay.
honor
You lost
Mencius's mother. I don't even know.
Oh, Mencius.
Mencius's mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's Mencius?
Mencius is one of,
Before Confucius.
I thought he was after
Oh, okay.
Confucius. He was one of the disciples of, later disciples of Confucius, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
But either way, there's a whole story about her, well, you probably have the story. But,
No, I don't.
oh, you don't have the story?
I don't
Oh,
have
okay. I was like, I don't want to talk about it if you're going to talk about it.
And if only we had some history teachers around here.
But
We're all PE.
well, okay, even though I teach PE,
Yeah.
I do know the story of this one.
Right.
But basically, it's the whole deal with his mom. His mom. Wait, hold on. Oh shoot! No, I got the wrong history person.
Uh-oh.
Let me thought. No. Oh no. Right one. There's another guy with the tattoos on his back. Sorry, different one. Okay, so.
Oh, a tatted one.
There's a tatted one.
We
No,
have so
different
much
one.
knowledge that it gets confused.
I had to think about it in Chinese to translate it, so it made
even
sense.
better,
Okay, no,
yeah, even
there's a
better.
whole story about her moving 3 times
Uh-huh.
so that her son could get the best education because she didn't want him growing up in certain ways that he was raised that she thought was inappropriate. And so she's kind of this example of a really good mother who's willing to sacrifice a lot because they didn't have a lot of money so that he could
Yeah.
grow up and become a scholar or whatnot.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because I think first he grew up like near like a funeral, a cemetery place, and he would play like cemetery games with his friends, and she's like, oh no, I don't want my son doing that, right? And then later on, they grew up near some market, and he started doing merchant type of stuff. And back then, I think in ancient China, merchants were really frowned upon. And then there's a third move somewhere, I can't remember, but that's why they celebrate her.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Second day of the 4th month. Put it on your calendar, everyone.
So that would be, hold on, when is the lunar? Usually the lunar New Year is
February.
end of January, early
Yeah,
February.
so
So that'd be like
June.
around now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mencius.
Thanks,
I said
Mencius. Mencius.
You went
Sounded
all like
Greek.
I went Latin.
European.
I went
know.
Latin.
You went all
on Mencius.
European on that one.
My
Hey, all right. This is for you, Jackie.
Mencius.
Oh, okay.
In Thailand, August 12th, they celebrate Mother's Day.
Oh.
Do you know why?
No.
Someone's birthday. Someone important's birthday.
Is it the kings?
Queen Sirakit.
Oh, okay.
Sirakit's birthday, regarded as the mother of Thailand, August 12th. So that's Mother's Day.
That's funny. My nephew's daughter's birthday is that day.
That's cool, right?
Oh, no, it's the 8th. Never mind. I lied.
All right.
All right, now I'll know. So now I have to tell my mom that
All
I know.
right. Lone, you ready?
There's a Vietnamese one.
There's a Vietnamese one.
Shout out.
7th full moon of the lunar calendar is time to express gratitude to mothers. It's called Mua Vu Lan. Have you heard of that person? Okay. Well, that fell flat. I thought you were going to say, oh, yeah, of course.
This is when you're
No.
gonna cut to break and put in that music you put in.
Yeah. And we're back, everyone.
Anyways,
Anyway, okay, never mind.
Anyways,
We'll cut all that out. This is going to be like a 3-minute podcast. We're not saying anything useful.
we're like, we know nothing. We don't know any of it.
I think we're all brain fried, so yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
This is maybe not a great idea. All right, Asian Father's Day. You ready? So some of them do June, like us. Taiwan, Mongolia. Did I say Taiwan? I meant to say
know which-
China,
China.
Taiwan, Mongolia is August 8th.
Okay. Oh, that
Okay.
is my nephew's.
It's called
niece's-
because it's Bat.
nephew's daughter's
Bat.
birthday.
Like sounds like Baba,
Oh,
right?
I see.
Oh,
8
cute.
day. Well, actually, in Mandarin it would be Baba, right?
Oh yeah, that's kind of cute.
It's
Yeah.
cute, right? So that's when they do it in China, Mongolia, and Taiwan. Thailand is the birthday of the late king, Bumblebol. I don't want to say that. I want the whole country of Thailand to get mad at me. You know you're king. Thailand, you know.
Or more of them will tune in and come in and correct you.
Okay, that's fine too. Hate listens. I'll take hate listens.
Hate listen.
They're here just to get mad. Rage listening.
Rage.
I'm gonna listen to you just so I can hate on you.
Yeah. Thank you, Thailand, for rage listening.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Any of these are interesting. There's one in Nepal.
Oh.
Actually, here's one interesting one. South Korea does Parents' Day.
Oh, I've heard of that.
okay.
They
I
combine
like
both.
that.
They
That's-
combine
yeah,
both
that's
together.
nice.
So that's kind of cool. All
But
right.
what if you only have one parent?
I know. Well, no, it doesn't matter. You get to do it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's cool,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's cool.
So if you have a single
All the
parent.
parents.
All the parents.
All the
Single,
parents.
double. You can have 3 parents. That's fine. All right. So we are talking about Asian parents, though. So we'll see how this goes. I got a couple things planned for today. How would you describe your Asian parents? Were they tigerish parents? Or were
We're
they
saying if Tiger is like strict.
strict and emphasis on achievement?
Oh. I mean, it's funny too because I'm a halvesy.
Yep.
My white dad was
More?
more strict about achievement than my Asian mother.
Huh.
And I think it's because, well, okay, my mom just backed up my dad, but like my dad has a really high education, and all he wanted us to do was make sure that we did really well and at least go to college. And my mom, he used my mom as an example because she wasn't able to finish her education because of her circumstances when she was a child. So she only got to go to school through 4th grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, that in that way, the way she wanted to make sure we did achieve, but I wouldn't say they were, well, my dad was tigerish. So not my mom as much. My mom was much more like, strict around the house. So
Don't mess with, do your chores and
yeah.
wake up
so,
on time.
Yeah, it was a lot of, and we were talking about slippers and
Bamboo rods.
and yeah, exactly, and feathered.
That
In
thing
our
is
house,
not
it
a
was the
Not.
in our
It's
house
not
it was
for
the wooden
dusting.
spoons. So
The wooden
yeah,
spoons,
and the
yeah.
fly swatter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The what? Oh, the fly swatter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any long, semi-flexible
Yes. Tool.
can be used.
Oh, she did use a switch once.
Oh, like a tree
That's-
branch.
That hurt.
Those are aerodynamic.
She rarely, they
Coming
rarely
from the science
hit it,
teacher.
but yeah.
Yeah, low wind resistance.
That was not, yeah.
E equals
but,
MC
yeah.
squared on that.
Slipper is the best.
The slippers.
But I get a lot of, now that I'm a teacher, or now since I've been a teacher, not like it happened
Yeah.
last week, but she's always saying how proud of me she is because of that. She's like, so I guess she didn't push me, but like they didn't accept anything below an A
Okay.
in my house.
I
I would bring home A minuses, and I got why is it not an A?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just realized something, that our parents are probably not hardcore tiger parents because none of us are doctors, lawyers.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you're right. You're asking the wrong population here.
Clearly, our parents were the ones pushing us super
Yeah.
hard.
We're the ones that couldn't do, and therefore we teach.
Are we all younger siblings? Are we?
I'm the youngest.
I'm the
yeah.
oldest.
I'm the
Oh, you're
oldest
the. Oh,
as
you
well.
guys are oldest. Okay.
Well, where are you?
I'm youngest.
Oh, okay. We got 2 youngest, 2 oldest here.
Yeah. See, my dad was a professor at the dental school
Oh, that's right.
and a dentist, but never pushed me towards it. He never. I guess maybe because he achieved it and he realized, it doesn't really make you that much happier in life.
Yeah.
So he never forced my sister and I to
I
do
see.
anything.
He's been there, done that.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. My parents, they were strict. My dad was more strict than my mom with a lot of things, but not with great. I mean, like, I wouldn't call them tiger parents at all, because my impression of tiger parents is like drilling you on academics and like
Yeah.
achievement, like you said. But my parents weren't like that. I mean, if they were, I would have been a lot better at math, because my mom used to always ask me, "Do you want a math tutor?" I'm like, "No." And I really needed one. She's like, you should really go to math tutor. No, I don't want to. And so, I mean, they were very strict with a lot of things socially.
Oh, yeah.
And just generally, I mean, they're just more conservative, but they were not tiger parents,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I mean, like you said, I'm a teacher. Hello.
I know, right? Yeah.
Not even a math teacher. I'm a PE teacher. I mean, no, I'm a history teacher. I'm a PE teacher.
Oh, man.
Shoot. Yeah, I guess same here. But my mom was strict with like common sense stuff and chores and there's an expectation that we go to school and do. But yeah, like if I fell, I would be more scared of getting yelled at when I got home than the actual pain, like this gash on my forehead.
You'd rather have that.
I didn't cry until I got home. Pretty much. Oh, I'm sorry. And then,
I used to get in trouble for hurting myself, too.
Yeah.
She's like, why did you do that in the first place then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, my gosh.
I'd be more afraid of the lecture.
Yeah.
I'm like, just hit me.
Please, yeah, I'm
I don't want the
sorry.
lecture. It's okay.
The lecture.
I'll take the whooping.
Yeah.
I don't need the lecture.
But we were a mix of strictness plus latchkey, so it kind of
Yeah.
canceled
Me
out.
too.
Yeah. Yep.
Kind of canceled out.
Yeah,
It's like, go home, lock the door, pick up the phone when I call.
Yeah, that's it.
And then
But everything else, you're up
on
to your own.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was an expectation, and most of us latchkey people were like, do better than your parents, do
Yeah.
better than us.
Yeah.
And that certainly was the case with my mother. So yeah, that, like, if you didn't do better than us, then you failed us, kind of. But it was never. I don't feel like. I did feel a lot of pressure, but like not.
See, maybe my dad saw the
Specific,
writing
so-
on the wall. He's like, well, you're not going to be an oral surgeon, so don't even bother. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Because there's a lot of like prophecy in Vietnamese culture. 'Cause, like when you're one, it's called a toi noi, and when you there's a bunch of objects on a tray, and you pick an
Yeah.
object, and they each symbolize something.
Yeah. Did you grab the money?
I grabbed a pencil.
Oh,
you did?
scholar.
I guess since I was little, the expectation is I better do good in school. And then my sisters and brother, like my sister grabbed a mirror and maybe gold. And then my brother grabbed like money and like a sticky rice ball. So yeah,
Interesting.
Maybe, yeah,
Interesting.
like there was a
Likes to
little
eat
bit
and-
more pressure on me.
Yeah.
And
I
then you
wonder
did
if
well
it's
in
because
school,
of that.
though.
Yeah.
Actually, I know that Lone did well in school. Do you know how I know Lone did well in school?
How did you know, Curtis?
She was my student
Right.
in the 1900s.
In the,
That's
in
when
the 20th century.
The overhead
when you were,
projector
like-
was like cutting edge.
Cutting edge.
It really was.
Yeah, you're like, wow,
Yeah.
that guy doesn't use chalk. He uses
It's
the
an
overhead
overhead
Yeah.
projector.
projector.
I still
Look at those
remember
transparencies.
I still have
The
some.
best joke ever.
Oh,
What did the fish say when it swam into a wall?
What?
Damn.
this is like
That's how you got us
this
the
is
first
30 years
day.
later.
After that joke, we were like,
This guy's
We're
got
locked in.
jokes. Yeah.
They're like, he had us at damn.
he had us at damn.
Ah,
He cursed and it was funny.
because it wasn't cursing. All right. So what do you think is better as an Asian parent? We get a couple Asian parents here. Using kindness, guilt, or fear to get your kids to use it.
Damn.
What do you think is best?
I got an answer for that.
All right. Miss Vicky.
Fear
For sure?
and guilt. Yes.
Yeah.
Followed
Actually,
up
it's
by
not guilt.
kindness.
It's like
food.
yes, it's like
Yeah.
shame. It's like fear and shame.
Yes.
And then kindness.
Yeah.
Kindness don't come first, okay? Kindness is a waste of time for little kids. Just saying.
You get a beating and then a feeding.
That's right. It's true. It's true. Right here.
Right?
That's exactly what it is.
You know why I hit you? Are you hungry?
Yes.
I know why you hit me. I'm hungry.
It's true. I mean, like with my daughter, I give her the timeout, the lecture or whatever. I am totally like my dad. You know, I give her the talk down, and then afterwards, I'm like, all right, bring it in, let's hug. I was like, my parents never hugged us like that at the end. But then, I was like, but you got to hear it from me first.
Yeah.
I was like, there's nothing nice in the beginning.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, yeah. My wife does that. And I have to leave the room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because are you trying not to laugh?
No, a little bit of that, but also this like, Like the nagging kind of, it gets me. So I just kind of.
Are you having flashbacks from your
Yeah,
own
I'm
youth?
having
Okay.
PTSD a little bit.
You're
so
like, I can't.
because I feel for the kid. I'm telling oh, kid, you did it this time. So I got to leave the room.
But how do you discipline them? Or what do you do?
He lets them stay home after a
I
boy band
know.
concert.
I'm more of the panda dad than the tiger dad. Yeah.
Panda
What's
dad.
the panda dad?
Big and squishy.
Just kind of like, if you don't bother me, then we're good. Same with summer school. So my philosophy for summer school is kind of the similar from my parenting.
Yeah,
I see.
leave me alone.
No beating, no. There's a lot of feeding though. Yeah, I'm a squishy dad.
Is that why Father's Day is like a participation award?
It kind of is.
Shoot.
It kind of
You
is.
showed up. You just showed up for it. Got the award. Oh man.
It's like see, I'm about to offend a bunch of men. It's like when men say, "We're pregnant." We? Where the hell's the we?
No, that's not
I was like,
offensive. I mean,
that's like a me.
That's a fact.
And then I'm wrecking my body. I was like, I don't know about you over there, okay?
No, I think we're one generation from men being obsolete. Because I mean, basically, all you need is the DNA, right?
Yep.
You don't really need an actual guy. You just need the DNA because you got the eggs in the uterus. We don't.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's like AI companions too.
Yeah.
So
But so
the perfect boyfriend, the perfect husband.
You can rent that Japanese do-nothing friend.
What?
There's some
What?
guy makes like $80,000 a year as a do-nothing friend.
You
What?
hire him
What is
to-
it?
You hire
They
him.
do have like people
sit
who
around
could
with you and
hire
do
to be
nothing.
family
Yeah.
members.
Yeah.
They're like a human person?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a guy, and you can look him up on like Craigslist or
Yeah.
Japanese Craigslist,
Oh
and
my
he'll just
God,
be
I
there
gotta
for
get
you.
in on this. Can
Yeah.
I be a
It just-
do-nothing person?
It's not.
Right?
It's not sexual. It's
Right,
just.
you just go chill
Yeah.
and hang out.
Shout out to another podcast. Can we do that
Sure.
here?
Fine.
I mean, besides my favorite podcast,
Right,
which is
right.
Infatuasian, Conan O'Brien
Yeah.
did some
Needs
episode.
a friend.
Actually, I think this is not his podcast. This is like his show where he did like Conan Must Go or one of them,
Yeah.
or the ones where he's traveling. But he went to Japan and he hired a family.
Just to be his Japanese family.
Yes, to be his Japanese
Oh
family.
my gosh.
It was
It's
hilarious
hilarious.
and so unusual to me. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's the same concept,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I know, side hustle. Who needs summer school?
I
Yeah.
would do that.
Yeah.
There's a stay-at-home boyfriend thing that you can rent too,
Oh, what?
where he just like there. He greets you when you come home, gives you your slippers. He has dinner prepared. It's not sexual at all.
Will he clean my house?
Yeah. He cleans the house, and he's just kind of there to listen to your problems. And like,
That doesn't sound like a real
Oh
boyfriend.
my gosh.
yeah, it's better.
It is better. This is better.
But yeah, no, he's just there for you, and then he doesn't spend the night. He's just there to greet you when you get home from work.
Yeah, if
so
If you
yeah.
drop something, you go, you will never be geisha.
He sounds like yeah, I know, right? He sounds like
You
a
might have to delete
talking dog.
Yeah.
That sounds messed up. He sounds like a
You
talking
basically-
dog that can cook.
Yeah.
That's what he
Just
sounds
watch
like.
TV with you, cook, and then leave at 10 p.m. or whatever. Then the next day when you show up from work, he's back there.
Oh my
I
god.
should have
dinner
one for my
prepared.
mom.
I wonder how much that costs.
It's probably not cheap.
I was going to say, that sounds expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no commitment, no strings attached, just purely
like,
transactional.
Real talk, I think I still want the real
Yeah, I
companionship,
know.
though.
I know. It sounds weird to me.
I'm like, are my cats a good substitute? They won't do the dishes,
They
though.
don't do the dishes, but
That
they're
really
there.
bums me out.
Good listeners, though.
Yeah, no.
Those
they're
felines.
Maybe
Well-
it's time to kick them to the curb.
Yeah, no. Oh. I know. I'm a real cat lady. I can't.
Yeah. All right. Is there something that your parents did that you kind of thought was weird, but then you do it now?
Oh.
Lots of things.
All right. Think for a second.
That I do now.
Or maybe you
that
don't
was
do it,
weird?
but now that you think about it, it made sense. Maybe you don't have to necessarily do it.
Saran wrap everything and then put a rubber band around.
Oh my gosh. My mom does that too.
On the top and bottom
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yes.
Especially
So-
if it's
so
soup.
it doesn't leak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
do it.
actually very smart.
I save a lot of rubber bands.
I do too. I do too.
Carrying hecka bags. Okay?
Hecka bags.
So
like
many.
I was just saying this yesterday. I came to work with 2 bags, which I don't like already. I left with 4 bags. I'm like, what? How did that happen? What is happening? Why am I carrying so many bags? All right. There's that.
And that's what your mom would do that.
Generational.
Yeah.
It's in your blood.
Generational trauma.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember growing up, like, because we were the unusual family, or the not part of the white culture that I grew up in family. People would come over all the time and say, "What's that smell?" or "What's in that pot?" or whatever. And or there'd be like a tray of dried peppers sitting out on the counter. And these were all like normal things and I'm like, what do you mean, what smell? What peppers? What pig's head in the pot? Like, what are you talking? So it was so normal to me. I don't do those things nowadays, but like it made me really realize that we were the weirdos, like, or the strange ones, because it was so common. That weird pepper smell. I remember one time my friend picked up a pepper. My mom grew them in the backyard, Thai peppers, and I was like, "Don't touch it." And she's like, "No, I'm just gonna look. I'll wash my hands." And then 10 minutes later, she's like, "Why is my face hot? Why is my face hot? Why is my face hot?" She had a habit of kind of stroking around her mouth.
Oh no.
And she's like, "But I wash my hands." I'm like, "It gets you. It gets you." So anyway, I'm like, I told you not to do that. So I know certain things, but that was just because I didn't know it was unusual. It's not normal in our house.
And it isn't in most of the world,
It's
or
not,
a lot of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
In Sacramento, it was a little weird.
Well, that little part of where I live, that hardly anybody else like us. It was awesome though. I'd be like, "Look how weird we are."
I don't know if this is an Asian thing, but my family's kind of a hoarding family.
Oh,
is that an Asian
big
thing?
time,
Is it an
big
Asian
time.
thing?
I thought that was sometimes like an
an
immigrant
immigrant
thing.
thing.
Maybe,
But I don't know if your
Jars,
parents were immigrants.
containers
Yes.
cannot
Yeah.
Yes, I still keep all those things.
Because it could have a use
hard.
someday.
Yes.
And it drives my kids crazy, my wife crazy, because but then when they need something, like,
They have it.
Right.
do we have
Every
football? I was
time.
like, yeah, I got it in the garage. I've been having
Every time they have it.
Yeah.
and it's so good, and I feel like a hero, and I feel great about not throwing it away 12 years ago, because now in the 13th year,
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'll eat it.
The moment you get rid of it.
Yeah.
You're like,
That's when
where
you
is
need
that
it."
empty jar
Yes.
I saved for 15
Yes.
years?
No,
There it is.
Right here.
Perfect size.
Perfect size.
With that perfect cap.
Oh, man.
yeah, that is. I feel like that is an immigrant thing.
Okay.
I think it has to do with a lot of. Well, I mean, they say that about like even Americans who like lived through the
Depression.
some sort of poverty,
Yeah.
the depression.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just both my parents were really poor when they were kids, so they just
Yeah.
hold on to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one time I said, actually not one time, many times I've said, I really need a coffee table. My dad's like, "Here's 3."
Yeah.
You need this, you need that, and I have a list one time of my mom comes with bags and bags and bags of things every time she visits. I'm not even kidding, and this is no exaggeration. The last 3 times it was 20 plus bags of things.
Wow.
That she packed, and we have to, and it's become tradition to go through them all so I'm like, "No, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you," and then she's gotten to the point where she knows that I'm going to say no, so she'll bring it in and like hide it in my house. I'm
So your
not
mom
even
is
kidding.
hoarding in your own house.
Yes,
You do got a lot of bookshelf space.
oh my gosh,
That's awesome.
she like
You have a wall
I'll
of
go into
bookshelf.
the freezer and like
There's stuff in
find
there.
like things that I said no, I didn't want. The last time she came, and this is literally every time, I'm not exaggerating, I went into my like, she'll bring really random stuff like 1 fork and 3 knives, and I went into my silverware drawer the last time and they were like 5 random new pieces of I'm like, oh my god, I can't.
You might need it.
You might need it.
I might need it.
You might.
That
Yeah.
15th fork. Gift.
Oh, it's just so she's hoarding in my
Extra
house
dinner
too.
guest.
That's awesome.
Yeah. My sister and I keep talking about like what's going to happen when they pass away and we have to go clean out their house because it's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh.
You guys
It's
have to
gonna-
hire people.
No,
Oh,
we
yeah.
will.
Oh,
And
the estate sale. Or something, yeah.
but one time my dad and I were shaming my mom about it, just making fun of her, and she's like, all she said was, it's better to have than not to have.
Yeah, that's
And I'm
true.
like, oh, okay.
You know,
Appropriately shamed by the mother.
that's how I think too.
Yeah.
It is, I do feel like it might be an immigrant thing or just someone who's ever lived through
Something.
Some
not
sort of-
having a
yeah.
lot, like
Right.
poverty of some
Right.
sort. Like a lot of my parents used to do, my grandma used to do this, and a lot of older ladies I know at my temple do this, but and I don't think it's just an Asian thing maybe, but they clean all the trash. I mean, like thoroughly clean,
Like wash the
containers.
containers. Oh, yeah.
Before they're
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like I've grown up with that, and I think it's normal
Uh-huh.
because I'm like, well, yeah, you don't want your trash and recycling like getting
Yeah,
all gross.
yeah, yeah.
But plus recycling, that's how they recycle when it's clean.
Mm-hmm.
So I do the same. Like I clean everything, and then if my husband like throws it, I was like, dude, you didn't even
What are
clean
you
it
doing?
up. I was
Yeah.
like, that yogurt container's full, and I was like, you gotta clean it.
Rinse it.
Yeah.
Rinse that
Oh,
soda
yeah.
can.
Yeah.
I grew up
Yeah.
even washing out like plastic Ziploc bags
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
And
with soap
I
and
am-
water and drying them.
I am
and
in
yeah.
that phase of my
Yes.
life now.
Yeah.
Because I am now like I heard Jimmy Carter did that too, but
Then became an eco-friendly thing,
It,
right?
Yeah,
it really
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Well, I started buying those the heavier duty, I don't know, the reusable
Yeah.
Ziplocs, and I was like, oh my god, I'm doing this. I'm washing
Yep,
it. I'm going to
yep.
reuse this Ziploc
That is
bag.
real recycling.
So there's less plastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is maybe off topic, but I think it's on topic. So, you know how kids drink so many things and they throw it away, like not even in the recycling bin. So,
Yeah.
one year I said, God, we're gonna do this. We're gonna rinse it out because I don't want this thing to be all sugary and
Right.
fruit fuzz. So rinse it out. We'll put it in this bag. I had this tub. Put it in here and we'll save it all year. End of the year we'll have a pizza party. You
Oh, for the-
because in
Oh,
California we get
recycling.
5
Yeah,
cents,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
So we did this
okay.
for the whole year.
Oh, that's cool.
On around this time, the last week of school, my bag of cans goes missing. Someone took my bag.
Oh, that you've been saving all
Saved
year.
it the whole
They
I-
knew what they were looking
They
at.
were waiting all
They
year for it to
waited.
get fuller and fuller. And we probably had like, you know how many you have to have for like $20 or something.
This sounds like a modern fairy tale, those those fables where like the animal saving and saving.
The moral of the
Or
story.
an Abbott Elementary episode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And then some
man.
other like animal comes and swoops in.
The moral of the story is cash it in as you go. Don't wait till the end.
Oh man,
So,
they were sitting on a gold mine.
I got the kids a pizza party anyway because I was, but I was out
Because
by
you're
$20.
You're the panda dad.
I'm the panda.
The
dad.
panda.
You're the
dad.
panda.
Because they were good about it. It's like, oh, don't throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
Rinse it out first. Put it in the tub, and then we probably had $30-$40.
Wow, wow.
Because
That's
you know how much they drink all day.
well,
Yeah.
the person who took it knew how much.
Oh yeah, he did. I kind of know who it is. I think.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
It
they're
gets juicier.
The plot thickens.
yeah. All right.
But
Well,
it's
let's
going to
see.
be a cliffhanger. You're going to have to tune in the next show to
Yes,
find out who stole his
stole
cans.
the
Well, I don't know
cans.
their name, but I know their profession.
A professional recycler?
Almost.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I haven't done a
Yeah.
story.
Of course you do.
This is what kids do in teaching too. I'm like talking and go, oh, this reminds me of the story. Like, oh, tell us the story because they know.
Yeah.
Right.
Once I get started on the story,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
20
yeah,
minutes
keep going.
later,
I know, my students are saying, yeah, we want to hear the stories. Of course you do. All right, fine, let's do this.
and I'm a sucker for it every time. Because you want to hear how I became a teacher? Okay.
You want to hear about me?
You want to
Okay.
hear about prom in 1989? All right. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So, so here's the story. So I had this jacket in my office, the science department office.
Wait, hold on. Is this Jackie's smoking jacket?
No,
Oh.
it could have been. It could have been.
Okay.
But it's gone now.
Uh-oh.
It was a brand name, let's say high-tech outdoor jacket kind of thing. And it was there all year, right? And then it goes missing. And I'm like, what the heck, man? And then I go to the zoo.
Oh.
Oh, no, I have a story too. But go ahead.
I go to the zoo, and it's this thing. It's this weird event at night. They make snow, and for
I've
members
seen
only.
that.
So I'm
Yeah.
there with my kids, and this other department member of mine
Oh.
is there with his kid. No longer works here. That's okay. Wearing a jacket. I don't want to say very similar because it was exactly the same jacket that I had. And it was the same brand, same size.
man.
You're like, hey.
I was like, is that my jacket? And he goes, no. And he hesitated.
Oh.
And I was like, took my jacket.
Worse than taking somebody's
And
lunch.
what,
I know.
that's it? They just denied it?
Yeah,
and
they
kept
denied.
wearing
I
it?
couldn't follow up. I said, let me see the label.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's a name tag or what's in
I
the
want to
pocket.
smell the collar.
Yeah, I couldn't. I kind of accused him, but he denied it.
Are they still wearing it?
I don't. They don't work here anymore.
Oh. Probably because they were ashamed.
Yeah, I think so. That's the whole reason.
Did you shame them first?
And then
feed
give
them?
them a hug.
They were missing the fear.
Did I
Yeah.
beat him and then feed him?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I just said, oh, it's funny. I had one just like it. Just almost exactly
Was the
like it.
passive aggression
Oh
real?
my God.
Oh, the passive. Oh, yeah. The snow was falling. It was like a K-drama. The snow was coming down. And I was like, is that my jacket?
Finger pointing in the
And then
air.
they're like slow-mo, right? And he
As the
turns
snow-
around.
And he goes, slow-mo, who, me?
my fantasy. Yeah, it was like, oh, man. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
This is totally unrelated.
Okay,
You can cut this
yeah.
out.
That's okay. We're
But
good.
we're going to talk about stolen jacket stories. I got
Stolen
one, too.
jackets.
It's not really my story, but I just
Throw in
took-
the Asian parent in the story somehow. And then,
We
there's
should
some
be called
Asian
the
kids
Four
involved, okay?
Tangents.
There's an Asian teacher.
There is
Okay.
one Asian kid involved, and I'm telling it, so
Okay,
it's an
there you
Asian
go.
story. So,
all right.
but I took my students out on this field trip this year, and basically one of them at the end was like, "I lost my jacket," and they're like, "There's a whole story that goes with it." So basically, they were like, "Someone totally stole our jacket, and it went missing." I said, "What?" And they said, and it was a whole thing. We went to the Lost and Found. Well, I put my name down, and I said, "Please call this thing." I mean, and it's like some
Yeah.
UC Santa Barbara sweatshirt,
Okay,
right? She goes,
yeah.
it has sentimental value. I wanted it. And they're looking all over, retracing their footsteps around this museum looking for it. And then lo and behold, they see three of the other boys from the other class walking towards them. And one of them was wearing the UC Santa Barbara sweatshirt. And then
Yeah.
and there's three boys and then there's three girls. And then so they walk up to each other and the girl said, "That's her sweatshirt." and then the boys go, "What?" And then, without saying a word, the kid that was wearing it, he starts taking it off. He starts taking it off, and then they go, "What are you doing with my sweatshirt?" And then they're like, "I don't know, just found on the floor." And they're like, "And you just put it on?"
Classic.
And then so the boys are like, "Well, I mean, yeah." They're like, "Why didn't you turn into the Lost Amount?" Well, I mean, I figured that if I put it on, somebody would see it and they'll come back for it.
Pretty good logic.
Boy logic, yeah.
It didn't make any sense to me at all. And then so
Teenager
I'm
boy
listening to
logic,
it,
yeah.
and then so these girls are like, "What?" And then at some point, you know, he's like slowly shimmying off his sweatshirt, and then he's returning it to them, and they're like, "Why did you wear it?" And then so the boy who just took it off says, "Well, because it smelled good." And then the other two boys,
Sure did.
the other two boys in the back went, "Yeah, it did. It kind of did." and then the other
Can't
three
get
girls like,
mad.
"That's so creepy. What'd you all do? Sniff it together?"
Full sniff. The full sniff.
And then so mystery solved. And they're like, "Don't get him in trouble. Actually, maybe get him in trouble."
Well, he didn't really do anything wrong, like
He was nice
illegal.
enough to take it off quickly.
He did,
Right.
no questions asked.
Yeah.
No
As
questions
opposed
asked.
to my coworker,
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Who was in full denial.
bold-faced lie.
Yeah.
You know who you are. I'm sure you listen. I'm sure you listen.
What year was this, Mr. Chin?
This is like the aughts. This is the-
Okay.
Anyway, I hope that jacket's out of style and I hope it ripped.
I hope
right.
it brought great
Crying
misfortune.
I hope you left it on a bus.
What's that called? Schadenfreude or whatever. I don't know.
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude. All right. Anyway, hey, on that Schadenfreude note, let's take a break. And I'll come back with come back with a game called "How Asian Are Your Parents?"
Oh, okay.
Ah.
You are my destiny. 그대. You are my destiny. 그대.
All right. Should we actually take a break? You guys need a break?
No.
No.
And we're back.
That works.
'Cause we got boats to
That
catch.
was
We got ferries to catch, guys. You don't have time for breaks. You think we
Cooking
got
show. I love it.
for actual breaks? All right, you're gonna have to keep score. Do you have
Yeah.
mental
Call my
scores?
union rep.
Mental scores, everyone. This game is called
Oh,
How.
wait, hold on. Is this speed? Are we
No,
doing
no,
this?
no
okay,
speed.
because I got to pay attention to his speed.
All right, no, no,
I
no.
wasn't totally paying
Just
attention.
get your fingers out. Get your fingers ready to
Like,
tell.
okay,
All right.
All right.
All right.
Fingers up.
No, fingers down. We gotta
Down.
count. No, we gotta we put them up if you. Okay.
Oh.
Put a finger up.
Wait,
Oh,
how are we
okay.
doing
All
this?
right, go like this.
Oh, okay.
Put a finger up if your parents, either at one point or currently, have a rice cooker going 24 hours a day. All right. Bonus finger up if the rice cooker is older than you.
No.
They
Nah.
own one older than me.
Do
Does
they?
it-
All right, you know,
no.
honor
It's not
system.
always on though.
All right. Put a finger up if the dishwasher was used as a drying rack.
Oh yeah.
For sure, right?
Can you throw the oven in there too?
All right. Bonus if the oven is also a drying rack.
Yes.
All right. Put a finger up if you have at least 8 bottles of sauces in your fridge.
Oh,
At home?
please.
Sure.
At least, like,
Easy,
For
easy.
sure.
Times
Yeah.
4. Times
Yeah.
4. on it.
Given.
Not just the fridge.
Yes, that's right.
Put a finger up if you have a quote unquote good couch at home that you're not allowed to sit on. Only
Oh,
guests are allowed to
yeah.
sit. You
I do,
didn't.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe
More
we
so
should
my
throw in
house
that
than
there
my
is no
parents.
couch.
There's no couch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Couch was not something I grew up with.
Really?
Yeah.
I love a
We
good
sat on
couch.
restaurant chairs.
All right.
Oh.
I don't know if this is Asian or not. You tell me if it's Asian. Put a finger up if there are high school graduation pictures of you at the house.
Oh yeah.
Still?
Oh.
No?
Still, yeah.
Is that an Asian thing? I don't know if that's an Asian.
Baby pictures?
No, high
There
school
are no,
graduation.
there are no pictures of us.
It's got to
up.
be Jostins with the cap and
Ah,
gown
those are
Yeah.
expensive.
that you had to pay money for.
Yeah, there's no evidence of
Which
us
my
there
parents
at
complained
Yeah.
about because they thought it was too expensive.
All right.
Yeah.
Put a finger up if. Actually, I just realized I think you just put a finger down, huh?
Oh.
Up or down? I don't
These
know. We're
fingers
going-
are
We're not-
starting to
we're-
move.
Far into it now.
I'm getting one finger now from Miss Vicky, but I don't know. Okay, we'll stick with what we're doing. But audience out there, if you want to do this along, you can put a finger down if you want. All right, put a finger up if you have a calendar from a Chinese restaurant or Chinese business at your house hanging on the wall.
We have
Yeah.
one from the Thai temple.
Counts,
Vietnamese,
yeah.
Vietnamese
Temple
business.
counts.
Okay, I used to hate those calendars, but now
I want one.
They
totally,
totally
I totally
work.
have one, and I have one up in my classroom.
'Cause it's
now,
the whole year,
That's the
right?
one that I
Yeah.
could see from afar.
Yeah. remember? Okay, you can rest your fingers if you want. Remember how I told you I went to the cemetery to
Yeah.
that thing? They give away calendars too.
Oh,
wow.
to remind you.
What do they have for each month? Is it a picture of a different
No,
cemetery?
it's just the one. I think it's what this whole year was.
Oh my
But
god.
it's something like, hey, if you happen to die, think of us, or something like that.
Oh.
If I ran a cemetery, I would do that.
100%.
Do landscapes of different cemeteries around the
Beautiful
world.
headstones. Which
This could-
memorial is
This
that?
could
I
be
put
you.
like the hauntedest one, the most haunted
Who
one.
has the best shrine
Yes.
in front of their? Yeah.
All right, I got like a few more of these. Put a finger up if your family has cable just for the international channels,
Oh.
Oh
yeah.
yes.
right? No other channels,
Yeah.
like for 2 channels. All right, put a finger up if you have any motherland dramas on VHS, VCD,
Oh,
hell
yeah.
or DVDs
Hell
laying
yeah.
around. Yeah, right? VHS too.
At my mom's
Hell
house.
yeah.
All right, this is classic. Put a finger up. You have a cookie tin full of sewing supplies.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Everyone's got that blue one.
Yeah.
The blue one, really? Everyone's got the blue,
Blue
one
one,
too?
yeah,
the blue
yeah,
round
the
Because
one,
that
right?
was the
cookie
blue one at
Classic.
home. for
Everyone's
us, too,
got
yeah.
that one. Yeah, no one eats those cookies.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know
I
there
eat
were
those
cookies in
I
there.
like
Actually,
those
I'll eat
cookies.
them.
Yeah. I like the sugary
European
ones.
side of me.
Actually, it looks like it's
I
almost
do not
a
like those
tie.
cookies.
All right, I got 3
Okay.
more here. All right.
Dip them in tea.
If you go to the medicine cabinet at home, do you have either Tiger Balm, Bok Fa Yao,
Oh,
White
yeah.
Flower Oil, or Vicks Vapor Rub?
Oh, all of the
By
above.
my backpack.
It's currently it's
Mostly Tiger Balm.
always ready. Always ready.
So
All
that's
right.
10 already.
Put a finger up if your parents told you that sleeping with wet hair would give you headaches.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes.
And you know what? I tell my daughter that now too.
My wife too. Yeah.
Mainly because I need her hair to be dry when she goes to
All
sleep.
right.
Yeah.
Put a finger up if you went to Kuman.
Oh.
No?
That was before my time.
Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe this is
Yeah.
the wrong audience.
That was like, before 27 years ago.
That would be like us as parents.
I think it's been
right
around
now.
for more than 27 years.
Well, okay, I didn't know about it.
I didn't know
All
about
right,
it.
put a finger up if you at least started violin, piano,
Why did recorder?
recorder.
I did start violin. I
did
ditched
not.
it for an art
Yeah.
class, though. I'm on to my third hand.
All right. Put a finger up if they made you go to school when you were sick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fever 103. Oh, you're good. You're good to go.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
parents.
I had perfect attendance.
Actually, you know what? I think parents are a little, after COVID, I think they're keeping their kids
Yeah,
home.
it's
more
different now.
It's better
It's
now.
different now.
Because before it'd be like, you don't look good.
And some
Right.
parents are even more than if they're even sick.
Yeah, they're just like,
Yes, there's
oh,
that.
my child needed a mental health day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't feeling it.
Shoot.
All right, raise your
We all have
hand.
the same groan. We're all like,
Yeah.
How you get so many excuse absences?
That's
Oh,
right.
man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Y'all heard
Literally
us.
said that to a student today.
I only get 10
Okay.
sick days a
Yeah.
year.
Y'all heard us.
You
That
look
was the
pretty
groan.
healthy when you're on Instagram posting little dance videos on TikTok.
Right.
All right, put a finger up if you have a sibling with the similar name to you, either alliteration or the same Chinese character or like something.
Same middle name.
Same middle name, right? Yeah, that's a Chinese thing. That's an Asian
Yep.
thing. All right, put a finger up if you got cut fruit as an apology.
Yes.
Or dessert.
Or dessert.
Yeah.
as an apology.
Dessert.
Yeah.
Feed them and feed them, guys.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
what are we at? How many? Who's the most Asian
I'm
parents here?
14.
I got
14?
13.
13? Oh, wow, you guys are really Asian.
We're very tied.
I would have
Yeah.
I would have come in last, I think.
And I'm only a
I-
housey. Look at that.
I figured we
My
didn't need
father
finger
really,
counting
really
to know that
embraced
one.
All right, since we're bumping up against the fairy schedule here, let's wrap up with as a teacher, have you ever gotten any interesting or weird parent stories from any of your Asian students? If you don't know, Galileo in San Francisco has a relatively high Asian
Majority
percentage.
Asian student
A
population.
lot of Asians here at schools. So we have a lot of Asian parents that we interact with. I got one. You ever get a red envelope from
Yeah.
a student?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I think I did a while ago.
Like,
Yeah.
just filled with cash. Like, here
yeah.
you go.
Yeah, I've gotten
Well,
that.
okay, I don't know how much cash you got. I don't think it was filled with like
Well,
a ton of cash.
Here's
but
the
I think,
story.
yeah.
So there's a teacher, not here anymore, but she was the chair of the ELD department. You guys know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
All right.
Wait, I think so.
And she was not, starts with an M. Yeah, starts with an M. Don't worry, this isn't a bad
Okay.
story about her.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
not a bad.
Yes.
We can say her name is Megan. Not a bad story about her at all. She came to me and she's kind of like, this kid, Chinese kid, just gave me a red envelope. Is that cool? Can I accept this? And I was
Yeah,
like,
because it's cash.
Yeah,
and
had, like-
she was a white lady.
yeah,
who
she's
was
a white
like,
lady, so
"This
she
is
wasn't
weird."
sure if it was acceptable.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I think it's okay if they're feeling like they can. She was afraid they couldn't afford it or that they're, like, and I was like, I think they can
Because
afford
it's
it.
odd.
Yeah, it's odd. I think it's okay. And then she goes, yeah, it's like $50. And I was like, dang, oh, okay. But you want to hear the thing about this? I also had that student.
Oh,
Did you get it?
I didn't get $50.
Dis.
So I was like, what up, kid? No, I didn't say that, but in my head.
Split it.
You're like,
I
what the
know.
heck,
You're
man?
like, you shouldn't take the full thing because it's bad luck.
Yeah.
You're supposed to split it with the first person you tell.
That's what it's like a restaurant. Right? You pull it with the busboys and the
Yeah.
hostess, right?
Yeah.
We put it all in a pile and we
Yes,
split it evenly.
Yep.
We should do that as a school.
And we do.
I think so.
We just pool all of our
So
teachers' stuff.
at first I was like, "Oh, that's nice. That's
Teacher
fine. Yeah,
swag.
he gave me one too. It's fine." And then she said how much. I was like, "Bad words. Bad words came to mind when she told me how much was in hers." I go, "That's fine. You could probably afford it. I got one too. Don't worry about it." And then she said how much. I was like, I was. Needless to say, that kid didn't pass. No, he was fine. He was an
The
A
cash
student.
thing is so common, though. Like,
You ever get a bottle of wine? I had a kid give me a.
yes.
I was like, "You bringing us on the bus
Last
with you?"
year I did.
I don't think
Yeah, it was actually the
I don't
parent.
drink.
The parent dropped the kid
Okay.
off with bottles
Yeah.
of whatever
Yes.
and he handed them out to
Yeah.
his
Wow.
various teachers, and I was like,
That's so inappropriate.
Yeah, I know.
For a minor to
Yeah.
hand out alcohol to the adults.
yeah, and I talked to a couple of his other teachers. I'm like, this is no,
Yeah, right.
this is so weird.
But is this
yeah.
an Asian student?
It was an Asian
Oh, it
student.
was?
Yeah,
Wow, okay.
yeah.
Did you crack it open right there? It's like, oh,
No,
thanks.
no, I didn't. Unfortunately,
I was pregnant.
Pregnant, yeah. Any other weird or interesting Asian parent stories?
it's funny because the whole cash thing. I mean, not as a teacher, but my own mother. Like every time we go anywhere, she just brings a roll of cash with her.
Yeah.
and just gives it out. And it's bizarre, especially to the people who don't know our family at all. They we just accepted it. And, this now. But if there's my niece's boyfriend was with us one time, and my mom's handing him like $50 or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. She gets mad.
She's like,
you
take the money.
Yeah. She got offended one time. But it's all an act. She's actually pretty funny. She's late. She's like, I am so angry. Yeah, no, it's but that's super common. As far as my students go, no.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, hold on. Has there been?
I have a story, but I don't know if it specifically has to do with the fact that they're Asian, and I also don't want to tell too much to give too much away, but some years ago, I think it's safe to talk about now, there was a student of mine who was absent a lot, like truant a lot. Tons of tall tales. Like, I wasn't here because I had to go to work. You work during the school day? You know it's illegal, right? Who's hiring you? My uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Your uncle. I was like, I got to talk to your uncle.
Actually, probably was.
I've heard this a couple times.
Maybe. And then it's like, there's another reason why he didn't show. There's all these weird reasons, right? And then ultimately, and then one day he straight up leaned on my podium. I was like, where were you yesterday? And he goes, oh, yeah. And all of a sudden he leans on my podium and he starts holding the front of his waist, like he has a side stitch from running. He goes, yeah, I got my kidney taken out yesterday. Yeah, he said yesterday. And then I listened to him and I said, oh, okay. Could you hold on? Could you say it again loudly, but this time look at me when you say it? And then he said it again. I said, you know your kidney's in the back, right? And then I was like, oh my God, get out of here. And then so finally we had a meeting with his parents, and they all sat down, and I was like, oh, this is my moment. And sometimes, honestly, being teachers, we're sometimes afraid of these parent-teacher meetings, because sometimes you don't know if they're in support of you or if they're, against you, like if they're very protective and against you, right?
That goes that way sometimes.
Yeah. And so in this case, this kid's parents showed up, and so we had to talk about all his issues and why his grades weren't doing too well. I said, all right, so there's 3 things. So I told all 3 stories, and I said, and then when I told the kidney story, they started dying. They were busting up, laughing. I was like, yeah. So I figured they were on my side. I was like, yeah, that's the type of stuff he's been telling me. And they're like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, I think he needs to be talked to. Thank you. And so they were in full support. So that's was good. That kid. I was like, oh my goodness, you.
All right. Well, on that note, Asian parents out there, we salute you, whether you're a tiger parent or a panda dad.
It ain't easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Thanks, Mom.
And there's no book. I was waiting for the book. Someone to hand me the book, say How to Be a Good Asian Parent.
Oh.
No one's written that book yet.
I'll write it. Not that
Beat
I'm
him and
not
feed
even
him.
a parent.
Feed him. I think because they're like bumper stickers.
Yes.
There's no book necessary.
Key to
slogan.
success.
Or it's like cooking, or it's like Asian cooking. There's no recipe. It's like, how much water? You just do what you feel. How many times should I beat them?
One spoon of this.
The ancestors will lead you.
How many times should I beat them? Just do what you feel.
Mom, why doesn't this taste the same? I don't know.
All right. Well, we got to do some more episodes next year. I'm going to think of some ideas.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And by next year, I mean
Next school year.
August.
You mean about 5 minutes when we come back from our break?
Yeah, let's do it.
When we need stress relief.
It'll be time warp. But yeah, hopefully we all, well, since we're recording after school anyway, it doesn't matter. But
That's
hopefully
right.
we all get the same period off next year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Uh-huh.
Hey, how would you feel about doing, like, we recommend a movie, maybe like classic Asian movie?
Oh, yeah.
Like
We all watch
There's
it.
so many cultures
Condor
to
Hero?
choose.
Yeah, no, I was actually thinking. When
So
I
many
got it.
cultural, like
My
different
first
cultures to
love.
choose from. I know.
know
I'll
this
watch
one.
that over and over
Yeah,
again.
and then we just talk about it. Would that be
But
fun?
that one's really long, though.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll have to do summer assignment.
Yeah, I'll give you some summer homework.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be
It's
something we can
long.
get, though.
It's
We
like
gotta
40
find-
episodes.
Oh.
Oh, it's
no.
a series?
Because I just
Yeah, it's-
finished watching. It's a series. It's 40
Okay, well,
episodes.
maybe
Yeah.
2 hours. We'll do a movie or something. Anyway, that's one idea. But yeah, thanks for doing a bunch of episodes this year.
Yay.
Ratings
always
are up.
fun.
Shout
Always
out to
fun.
you, New Jersey and Netherlands.
And Netherlands.
Right.
Thanks for listening.
I was going to guess Jersey.
Yeah, it was right on the tip of your tongue.
Jersey.
I was going to say Newark. specifically?
The city. Yeah, maybe all 300 listeners are from Newark.
And I was gonna say the Netherlands.
That's like a freshman class.
That's a big chunk of people, or maybe it's like 3 people listening to 100 episodes.
3 people
That's
that
so
keep
impressive.
listening to it.
Maybe.
Why do you think that you don't know why?
No idea.
That's interesting.
No idea.
I wonder
It's
how-
all the people at Rutgers and Princeton, and
Perhaps.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder how they got looped in.
I don't know.
they're very smart.
Wait, what a dumb question. Because you're everywhere. Of
We are
course.
everywhere.
You're everywhere.
All at
Everything
once.
all at once. Yeah.
That's right.
All right. Well, we're gonna 4 days of summer break for everyone out there. Have a good one, teachers and students out there.
Yes.
Enjoy
Signing
your
off.
summer.
Yes.
We will talk to you again in the fall. What class is this? Class of 30? No, what?
What?
Who's coming in the fall? 26, 27,
Oh, I don't
28,
know.
29. Class of 29
Wow.
coming in. So looking
God, that's a
looking
trip.
forward to new kids.
It'll be my 20th year.
Be my 30th year.
Wow.
Wow.
Really?
I know.
I'm approaching 20.
How sad is
Getting
that?
close. You're getting close too.
Am I?
That just
Yeah.
means you're
I was
close to
losing
retirement.
track.
That sounds
It's
okay.
like my
Yes.
16th year.
No, but when you start
Yeah.
young, you're not that close.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right.
All right, this
All right.
is Blackboard 4.
right.
Blackboard 4.
Signing off.
Peace out.
We need a theme or
See ya.
something. Yeah.
We do. We need a theme song.